All right, welcome back to Top Deck Lumineers. We have another game picking up back from when we had our light storm last week. We're going to start off with a roll off. We got evens on Josh's side as he ends up hitting it with 12. All right, so we're going to see our first six as Josh has elected to go first. All right, showing. So this is his first hand. He's going to stick with, as he's contemplating, sticking with what ones we're staying with. Ooh, okay. Now, just as a reminder, this is a blue steel allies deck, throwing back only one. So that's going to be looking strong, and we'll have him pick up his hand, and then now he will cover his eyes for us, and we'll see Zach's hand now, playing on the blue-green homebrew. A little bit modified from last week. A few less characters with ward focus. But let's see, he's gonna stick with, okay. Yep, there's the turn one that play. And then the rest is going back, because we're obviously looking for that big switch card, that big shift card is what we're looking for. And,
yikes.
You know, we're gonna look for it. He's gonna have to try and make up a lot of ground here. A lot of ground to make up.
You're good. That's not good.
All right, and we begin.
That was bad.
All right, turn one goes to Josh. He's going to ink a sail, which is pretty crazy. You know, with these blue decks, it's kind of your main turn one or turn two play. So he must be telling me he's got at least another one in hand. Ooh, freeze the vine coming down.
Plus one.
Plus one going
Just
on
on
to
my
Zipper.
Yep.
All right, we go past turn, choosing what to ink. We see a Tinkerbell go down. Ooh, a big shift onto Zipper, who's then going to turn to Thunderbolt a Webby to just maintain board state.
Ludicrous.
You know, there's kill and there's overkill. We'll let you decide what that was there. But he got the job done, and Zach says, "Not again. My ward characters are coming out." Now, Zipper here, big body, but when he quests, he's able to pass his full willpower onto another character, so that's pretty huge. We'll see what's coming down here with a turn three. Ooh, we do get the Alice here. Now that's going to be huge because Alice obviously is looking to get 10 strength, and if it's able to get 10 strength, it's able to quest for +4, making it a 5 quester. I mean, you just got to quest that big girl 4 times, and it's game over. Ooh, but we see a little quick drop of some green toys out here. You know, toys are pretty big in this meta right now, but this is some homebrew craziness, so we'll see what we're able to pull out. Okay, now this is going to be an interesting turn right here, because all of them do have support, which I do believe technically means all Zipper has to do is quest, and Alice would automatically have.
She got it to 7. Resist 1.
Okay, resist 1 getting place. Shift automatically onto Jasmine. Quest for 2. Pass to Alice.
Take 2. Take 1.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, and using the big-bodied Alice to punch out that Merida, because it does have wards, so if you want to have that control, you really do have to make sure you're hitting hard, but Blue Steel obviously not afraid to hit hard. Okay. Buzz wanting to clean up the Alice there. Thinking, ooh, we're inking the Big Webby to play a Big Webby. Now, Big Webby's great because not only she had 2 quester, but she's able to kind of get you with some double ink power with your opponent going ahead of you and then being ahead in the ink. Okay, little thinking to be done. Jasmine's going to be great here because it's going to give him the power to look for allies, which is a main part of this blue steel quotes ally deck. Let's see if he found anything. It doesn't appear so, because you'd think it might have been a snap call had he, but okay, he did. He did find another one of those zippers, which means there's going to be some fat power being passed around on that blue steel side of the board. But what could we have cooking over here in the green side to get things done? Okay, we have an improvise going down. It does give it 1 strength, but it's also Okay, there we go.
Into there for 5.
A bit of board control happening on the purple-green side from Zach. Another Merida comes down. And this is where it's an interesting state because both sides can really pop off with some big characters, but now the blue steel is going to be a little bit behind because it doesn't have that searcher on the board to filter through the deck. Ooh, big shift from Merida. Now, a big thing for Merida is when she quests, if she is challenged, she is able to do 1 damage pre-damage being done. So there are characters that can get sneaky sniped that you have to be careful of. And now green is starting to get questing. And the thing is the later in the game you go with green, you do have to be worried about those Prince Philips coming down in the malicious mean scary combo. But we'll see what's able to happen. Okay, Scuttle coming down also with Ward. So a lot of 2 questers with some big bodies on the blue steel side.
You're going to take 1 so you'll die. Yeah. Are you okay? Okay.
Okay, the Alice is going down, saying, okay, I'm fine with that.
These stay out because they're right?
Okay, another straight good match. Probably done there just to be able to card filter, see what we can get to, dig a little bit.
You little kingmaker.
You can put that back in your hands.
And we have a wrong lever played from the classic Emperor's New Groove section of the card list.
Phase out, do they stay tapped when they come back out?
Ooh, double seagulls taking over the board. Scuttle, big old 5/5s questing for 2 with Ward.
Good.
And right now, it's just exchanging blows back and forth, trying to establish some sort of board control that the other person can't bounce back. But both players are just able to be drawing what they need to do to be able to keep going. So it's interesting who is going to be able to crack here in this mid-game. Obviously, Blue Steel has a bit of a lead right now, being over 50% done with the lore needed. But all it takes is 1 or 2 cards to overtake. Ooh, a big old Dragon Slayer Pete, able to search through your deck and pick a card out of however many cards you tucked underneath them. And it's really nice because he is only a boost 1, so you're able to tuck cards underneath him for relatively cheap, as opposed to some of your other boost characters. Ooh, a big Kronk, chilling in the cabana, coming down.
I like that deck. What? That was the most interaction I've had in that entire game.
Okay, we have an Inca Tipo, because obviously late game, not exactly what you want to be seeing, but Pete does let him dig here to maybe find something cool to really close out this end game. He picks his card. Ooh, and down comes Merriweather, another big body with Ward, which is really tough because with green, you know, you're really wanting to play those cards that can shuffle them in, like You're Welcome and things like that. But it is just going to be too tough here, I think, for purple green to come back from, especially with these big bodies. I mean, 5 willpower, 6 willpower, 5 willpower, 5 willpower. Just too much probably to eat through here. Still trying to dig while giving a little bit of power with those improvises. Ooh, wrong lever does come to grab.
Under.
Ooh, 2. Pull the lever and wrong lever able to come up to at least get 2 of them. But that is going to be it. Ooh, wow, actually he is able to hold on with just with 2, and there goes. Zach is scuffing with that. It just big body after big body is able to take it there for Blue Steel. On to game 2.